I'm live. I'm laying in my bed. My phone only has like 16% of charge. So, I don't know how long this live is going to be, but hi. Hi everyone. I decided to go live because they just said that Kamala Harris is about to be the VP. This is the thing. This is why I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be really real. I'm gonna be really real with y'all. Oh, you know what we discussing, Queen. You know what we discussing. I tried to do 2 other videos today. I tried to do my video on USPS, the Postal Service. I tried to do this other video on moral objectivity. I just could not bring myself to complete these videos. I tried to get some other work done, and I just could not do anything. I just literally came in late in bed because I just feel okay. Okay, so this is how I feel, y'all. This is how I feel. This is how I really feel. I don't like feeling. I don't want to use my platform to influence anybody to like vote or like I really don't want to use my platform for that. I feel like people have to like do their own research and come to their own conclusions for themselves. So I really want it to be that how I feel about it is just how I feel about it. I feel like it would be morally irresponsible, for example, to use my platform to like influence people politically. So it's hard for me to talk about how I feel. It's hard for me to talk about how I feel. It really is. But I just feel like they got me fucked up. Like, I really feel like we already have a motherfucking psychopath as a president, like full stop, period. And I feel like our whole political system is some shit, period. I don't fuck with our political system at all. I don't fuck with the fucking Democratic nominee at all for a lot of reasons. And now they announced the vice president today. This woman sat on TV and said, she not gonna do shit for black people and she's not with reparations. She's a mixed Indo-Jamaican. We have not had a single black American in the White House ever. Never. And, I have problems, like I have issues. I'm tired of identity politics. I'm tired of symbolism. I'm really tired of symbolic wins and victories. I want somebody that's going to motherfucking do something for descendants of American chattel slavery. Period. 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 I understand, motherfucking psychopathic Trump gotta go. Absolutely. But everybody that feels some type of way about this has a point as well. And again, I know I have a really big platform, especially on YouTube, and so I don't want to use my platform in a way that's going to influence people a certain type of way. Like I would never say certain types of things like, oh, y'all, don't do this, don't do that. That's not what I'm about. I'm not about telling people what to do. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do, but like this shit is a lot, like it's a lot. It's a lot. It's like I really feel like it's 2016 all over again with black American. I have a pillow on my head. I really feel like this is 2016 all over again with black Americans being put in this position of motherfuckers being like, well, y'all have to vote a certain type of way when nobody listens to us, and nobody can say that they're gonna do shit for us. Like everybody can come out and be like, well, yes, when I get into office, I'm gonna do this for this person, I'm gonna do this for that person, I'm gonna do this for this group, I'm gonna do this for that group. But then when you be like, okay, well, what are you gonna do for Black Americans, especially because you want our vote? Motherfuckers is like, no, I'm not gonna sit up here and do anything for Black people. Like, these are the words that come out of people's mouths. And don't even feel nothing about it. Like, they could say it with their whole chest. Like, no, I'm not gonna do anything for you niggas. Like, no, I'm not gonna do shit for you niggers. But you're still gonna vote for me and you're gonna be happy about it. But like, I have a lot of friends that, went to HBCUs, that went to Howard, like Native Washingtonians like me that are happy. And I know why, and I can't take that away from them. And I don't want to take that away from them. I don't want to take that away from anybody. Like, it is in terms of symbolism, it is still very historic. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, but like, niggas need to get what we are owed, not motherfucking symbolically, like, it's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. And it's just like everybody, like the whole establishment, like it's just too much establishment. It really is. And it's just like, you can't say that, because when you say that, people be like, oh, you sound like motherfucking alt-right and this, that, and a third. It's like, but it's like, everybody just keeps going for what's safe and what's not gonna change shit, I don't know. I feel like I'm an anarchist, so I really want the Helen Landemore shit to fucking gain more traction, of like, no more elected fucking officials, and we just like vote. We vote on an app. We vote on individual topics. And I just feel like it's no way, like in 2020, like it's just no way that we can have elected officials that are going to represent everybody's best interests. That's just really, I really feel like it's no way that we're going to have elected officials that's going to represent everybody's best interests, because like at this point, the American like demographic as a whole or whatever, it's just like, it's just too many different types of people that all want different types of things, like us as Black Americans, like we want motherfucking reparations, and we deserve reparations, and that's what we want representation for us. Other types of people are not gonna want those same things. So how are we all supposed to vote for one president that's gonna represent all of us? I just don't see that. And because now it's been like 2 elections in a row, really, that has had people like really not feeling both parties, like you're not going to make everybody happy. And then when people, I see some of y'all saying y'all not going to vote, but then when you have people that say they're not going to vote, not voting is a problem too. Motherfuckers is like, oh, you have to vote. It's just like, I just think our whole system is just like outdated. And then you have the Electoral College as well, that effectively makes motherfuckers' votes null and void. Like if you live in fucking California, like if you live on the West Coast, where they have already motherfucking, called the election by the time it's your time to vote, you have people that say they don't even want to vote because they feel like, their vote doesn't count. You can have people win the popular vote and still lose the election because the Electoral College, which people don't even understand. Like, the whole system is just some shit. And that's how we keep ending up in these, like, lose-lose situations or whatever. And it's just like, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse because, like, people didn't want to pick between Trump and Hillary either. For good reason. Like, Hillary really was an establishment candidate and a fucking Goldwater girl that came up with the term motherfucking super predator. Like, niggas really had a point in not liking her, And motherfuckers didn't want Trump either. It was just like a lose-lose situation. And now I'm here looking at Joe Biden, who I really, truly, in my heart of heart, believe that this man is motherfucking senile. Like, I really think this man has dementia. Like, he also has racist tendencies. He's also been accused of being a whole motherfucking rapist. All of that. Like, and now you have motherfucking Kamala Harris, who's a cop. Full stop. Like, she is Blue Lives Matter, and she doesn't believe in reparations, and she's not a descendant of American chattel slavery, and she said with her whole chest that she's not doing shit for black people. And yet, you know, motherfuckers will be like, if you're not feeling our political system, you're wrong. It's so much. I've literally been laying in bed for an hour, just like. But again, I'm not gonna influence y'all to do anything. Everybody has to do what they want to do and what they feel is right. I'm not gonna shame anybody or, you know, try to influence anybody. Like, everybody has to do what they feel is right. Because I see some of y'all saying you're not voting. I see some of y'all saying, you know, you're gonna try to vote for who you think is gonna be best. I've seen some people saying it's just they don't give a fuck. It's just anybody but Trump for them. Like, how long have I been on live? 11 minutes. Yeah, like, y'all grown. Y'all have to make your own decisions. Do your research and make your own decisions. Hi, Mar. Still not vote. Somebody said not voting. I'm not doing the whole lesser of two evils. I know I haven't said y'all. I haven't read y'all comment. Haven't been reading y'all comments. But it's just, it really feels like our whole political system is fundamentally broken. And that's how we keep ending up, like, well, how do we keep consistently ending up in situations that feel lose-lose for the general American public, you know? And especially for, like, Black Americans, like, descendants of American chattel slavery. It's, you know, like, our whole political system is some shit. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. Hi, thank you. We keep reliving the same hell. We need to tear down all these systems. We need an overhaul. It makes no sense. It's exhausting for sure. Yes, Obama did. Yes, Obama is, and a lot of people use Obama as an example of somebody that's not a Black American, of somebody that, you know, rode into the White House more so of a symbolic victory, you know, half Kenyan, and mama was a white bitch from Kansas, which y'all have heard me say on this channel, and then ended up doing nothing for Black Americans, even though Black Americans overwhelmingly voted him into office, and he did not a goddamn thing for us. He did a lot of pro-immigration, you know, DACA stuff, because his father was an immigrant, so that makes sense. So you have a lot of Black Americans now that say that they don't want to do that again. And then they, like, basically pick the same candidate again. This is why so many Black people are struggling mentally. It just feels so hopeless. And yes, for all my Black Americans, like, please take care of yourselves. Like, don't let yourself be, you know, I wouldn't even be online arguing about none of this shit right now. Like, what everybody needs to do right now is read, do your research on everyone involved, do your research on the whole system, and decide what you're going to do for yourselves. Don't decide what you're going to do for mama, daddy, friends, this person, that person, this person on YouTube, including me. Like, you know, everybody has to decide for themselves what they want to do. And then stick to that choice. And then you don't even have to debate about it, argue about it, talk about it. If people ask you what you do, you can feel free to tell them that it was a personal choice. We've talked about that on this channel before too. Like, when I was coming up, like, it was considered personal to ask people who they voted for, you know? Like, you don't have to tell. Like, it's the reason why it's, like, private, you know? Like, I was talking with a friend about it because I said, you know, same as everybody, feels like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. And my friend said to me that Angela Davis said that she's going to vote for self. So she's going to do what's best for her. So everybody needs to, do their research and decide what's best for y'all. It was a social taboo back in the day to talk about politics in everyday conversation. We need real education on all the parties. I feel like disappearing until 2021, Vanity. Decide who will best serve you and your interests. Because this is what I'm saying. Like, everybody has different interests. Everybody has different interests. Like, the United States is, like, such a larger and more diverse population demographically than it was when this system even, got put into place by fucking old white men. It's just not even the same place anymore. And you could even say the same thing for the Electoral College and the fears that they had about, the cities running elections versus the rural areas. That's really that's like a totally different context in 2020 than it is in motherfucking, 1820. It's just totally different. The concept of voting when you have to take the motherfucking horse and wagon into town, and town is 300 miles away, versus the way that we vote now. Like, it's a totally different time. Like, shit's mad different now. I don't know. Throw the whole thing away, Daya. I want to learn more about ranked choice voting. Then one person can't win everything. I'm going to write my own name in every slot and leave the president blank. That's why we need to get a new system. I'm telling you, an app or something. That would be dope. I was reading something about how in Sweden they have an app. Y'all need to for real stop bullying Black Americans, backing them into a corner to vote for Biden Harris. Everyone needs to mind their own business. Yeah. It's a lot. Black Americans have a let's take care of everyone Black because we're all struggling mindset. Non-Black Americans do what's best for them regardless of any other Black people's struggle. Nicole. 2021 ain't gonna be no better, to be honest. I look mad coming. I'm just like laying in bed. I'm just like here with the pill. I literally been laying in bed like this for the last 45 minutes, thinking about if I wanted to go live. And then I just decided to go live. Because I tried doing some other stuff today and I just like couldn't get shit done. Because I was just like, it's too much. And I'm literally like looking at people that I know in real life, like not just like internet people. And it's just like so diverse across the board. Like some people are so happy. Some people are so upset. Some people seem, apathetic. It's just nobody's on the same page. Nobody's on the same page. Like, how are motherfuckers supposed to get on the same page before November? It's August. Nobody's on the same page. I don't know. I hate how they're trying to cloak her, talking about Kamala. I hate how they're trying to cloak her in DACS-ness, just like what they did with Obama. We're really 50 countries who agreed to be states that no one really agrees. Very different in different parts of the country. I'm still trying to figure out why people in retirement age are running the country. Everything must go. Yeah, I've been trying to do it. Like, I've been working on a video on the Postal Service, like, for 3 months. I've been working on this video since April, but the reason why I have not came out with the video is because, like, this shit with the United States Postal Service just keeps getting worse and worse. Back in April, the Postal Service said they were running out of money, and Trump refused to, like, give them money with the stimulus aid package because Trump has been trying to privatize the Postal Service for years because the Postal Service doesn't make any money. It's considered a government entity. And basically, the purpose is it does a purpose to deliver mail and also for people to be able to vote through the mail. So Trump has been trying to privatize it for fucking years. And even before Trump, like, Republicans have been trying to privatize the Postal Service forever because, number one, it doesn't make any money. Like, it doesn't make money for the United States government. And, they love money. They're capitalists. So they're trying to figure, and the left is too. Democrats are too. So they're trying to figure out, like, how to get the Postal Service to make money. So they've been like pushing for privatization, like pushing, so they can like raise prices and all types of shit. So like the original conversation around the Postal Service was that the Postal Service was running out of money and that they're pushing to privatize it. And that the Postal Service has primarily been a way for Black Americans specifically to become upwardly mobile because it historically has been a good government job for Black Americans. And then it was just like the plot thickened because the postmaster, who was a woman, stepped down. And then this like Republican got like put in place. And now they're trying to like completely dismantle the Postal Service because now they're talking about this like voting by mail. It's just like, I don't want to do a video on the Postal Service and then like next week's like some more information comes out, which has really been something I've been dealing with all of quarantine. It's been like hard to do pre-recorded videos right now. Like it's difficult to do pre-recorded videos and video essays and stuff because by the time you record the video, you edit it and you upload it and the fucking story is totally different. It's just that's why the whole quarantine I've been mostly doing lives. Like you go live, you talk about it in the moment and then, you go live again a couple days later with the new information. It's been really difficult. Ranked choice voting is the future. America will get left behind as a whole if it doesn't change its old ways. Jada, I see a lot of people saying that too, that they don't want to vote via app because they have concerns about the app being infiltrated by hackers and shit, which is also a fair concern, right? It is. It would have to be like password protected or something. I'm very worried that the vote by mail system will be abused. Shaquana Stevens, I'm voting for Biden Harris, but I'm not that happy about it. I'm tired. These choices, all the choices are whack as fuck. It's the same shit over and over again. It's so annoying. They expect Black Americans to always vote Democrat or else risk being chastised. It feels like the friggin' 3/5 compromise. Like, what can they offer Black Americans? And it's like, motherfuckers don't even want to offer us shit. Like, they're not even comfortable with offering us shit. Because, again, like, everything is set up on this social hierarchy where we are the bottom. So people are afraid to come out and be like, this is what I'm going to do for Black Americans specifically, because they know that's going to alienate them from everyone else. That's going to alienate them from other Black people that are not descendants of American chattel slavery. And it's going to alienate them from white people. And it's going to alienate them from non-Black POC because they're anti-Black racists. Like, going to bat for Black Americans alienates everyone because everyone is against us. Like, these are the motherfucking facts. Like, people don't want to talk about it. Hi, yeah, we're live. You think so? Keep making? Oh, God. No. Hi, Peachy Bun. I refuse to be bullied into voting for anyone out of belief I'm wasting my vote if I don't vote. Even that to me is outdated thinking, said Mar. I don't know what's happening to this world. Kamala is now Biden's right hand. Ugh. I'm very concerned. Having privatized mail will be a disaster. Kayla, I'm so exhausted. He needs to leave the USPS alone. Hi, Remy. The Postal Service doesn't make money, and everybody from the top to the bottom gets the same 5-star service. Yeah, they want to privatize it. They don't like that. The post office doesn't need to make money. It feels like all this happening this year was supposed to happen, like a paradigm shift. Do you think so, Queen? I literally see USPS trending almost every single day. Jules, every single day since April. And we are now in August. Like, it's so hard to make pre-recorded videos these days. It's so difficult. It really is. Biden is a whole ass zombie lurching around. Throw the whole crew away. So many Black Americans work for the United States Postal Service and the government. I'm a black-owned business that needs the postal service. The post office is already built to be able to facilitate mass voting through paper ballots. And it's like Trump is a fucking psychopath. Like I could really like for real see Trump really trying, like he's really trying to like pull some, like I just watched fucking Star Wars. I really feel like this man is for real trying to pull some like Senator Palpatine ass moves and like overthrow the postal service so like we can't do mail voting, and just like really trying to be like, let's not vote, let's not vote, let's not vote, let's not vote, like we can't vote in person because of COVID, and we can't vote through the mail, like let's not vote, like let's just like leave me in indefinitely, like as a fucking dictator. So again, like I'm so nervous about like using my platform to be like, don't vote or anything like that, because like Trump really is trying to like become the Führer type shit for real. Like everybody needs to just like really pay attention and do their research and vote for themselves, whatever decision that is. Don't let other people tell you what to do. Don't let other people tell you what decision to make. Seriously. For real, I'm going through something like this with one of my cousins. Love her dearly, but she would chew out a black person who doesn't support Biden and the vote blue no matter who craze. My mom is a black American that works at the post office. She's worked for them since 1985. Kamala Harris is not a black American. That's why she was chosen by the system. I'm putting reparations as my vote instead of voting for the candidates. You're writing in reparations. And I agree with that too. Like we were just talking about it in Discord. Like everybody can see it. Like everybody can see it like fucking bold as day that you have like basically non-American black people that are working with white folks, and obviously non-black POC as well, that are working with, the system of white supremacy. Like they are. And it's everywhere. Like it's in the politics, like it's in the media, it's in, it's in the fucking movies and the TV, the representation, it's everywhere. To keep black Americans, in our place in the caste system at the bottom. There are contexts in which state and country can be synonymous. So that 50 countries sentiment really is a way that people need to start thinking about the U.S. If they do the app, it should be fingerprint protected and send me a receipt. Can we be done with the electoral system? We tried it. It didn't work. Can't we just vote on policies individually now? That's what I want, Remy. I think we should vote on all the policies individually. And then I think that we should use the Landemorian system of a lottery to for any and all elected officials. It should be just like jury duty. Like you just pick random motherfuckers, because obviously you don't need any motherfucking type of skill or requirements to be the president, clearly. So like why not? Like why the fuck not? Hacking is an underrated concern. You know how many times I've seen people hack Zoom videos and the things they put in them? The hacking era just got boosted this year. We talked in a video, you might have missed it, Orange Patty. Any of y'all remember what video that was? We talked on a live stream about what would people like as reparations, and people were throwing out some really good ideas. It seemed like the overall consensus is money, at least $100K a person, land, free education, free health insurance, all erasure of debt. Like black Americans should not have any debt whatsoever. And I think some people also said that we should be given stock in companies that benefited from American chattel slavery, like Aetna, which I thought was an amazing idea, because there's like so many billion-dollar corporations, schools, like all types of places. Like, yeah, give us stock. We should have like stock. Some of you guys might remember what video that was. It's best to be more involved in your local elections anyway. I have also seen a lot of people saying that if you don't want to participate in the presidential election, to do more local voting. The Postal Service is the only good service that the government even has. Are considerations for future Supreme Court nominations impacting anyone's vote? Said Novella. I know a lot of people are concerned about that too, because they're really concerned about getting a conservative Supreme Court, because they're in the Supreme Court for life. I I'm getting tired of the talking lamestream media trying to tell us black folks how to vote and who to vote for. I honestly thought that Trump was going to lose until the announcement of Kamala. I do not see them energizing any black voters. Hi. This whole year feels like a reset. Someone posted in Discord that like more than half black businesses have closed since April as a result of this pandemic. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And motherfuckers can't even be like, we gonna roll out some black American like loans. Like some loans for black owned business, for black American owned businesses, something. Motherfuckers can't even do that. They can't even do that. They can't even do nothing. I'm definitely old enough to remember what Kamala did to that family in San Francisco, sending that mom to jail. She is sick. It didn't even matter who he picked. Honestly, Joe is annoying and delusional. I have no faith in any of this shit. A lot of people do not like Kamala Harris. I think a lot of people have concerns about her being picked. I've seen a lot of people saying that they think that now Trump is going to win because they picked her. Hi, Chariot Man Gaming. And I just hate this. Situations like this make me start having dangerous political thoughts. The world is unraveling. And you guys know, personally, I feel like I'm an anarchist. Like, I feel like the whole system has to go. Having Kamala does nothing for anyone. When can we move forward with society? It's true, a lot of black businesses have been closing. Trump wants a dictatorship. Reparations looks like cash payment. That's what reparations is. Hi, Hush, 420. All Trump got to do is keep playing that Kamala No clip on all platforms. That clip has been really circulating of Kamala Harris saying she's not doing shit for black people. Like, a lot. There seems to be an unwritten rule about keeping the children of the survivors of American slavery out of real power. This pattern is no coincidence. We live in a social hierarchy that puts whites on top, non-black persons of color second, non-American blacks third, and black Americans at the bottom. We are seen as a permanent underclass in the United States. Like, seriously. Like, we are seen as a bottom caste. We are seen as the stepping stone caste, okay? Black Americans, like descendants of American chattel slavery, are seen as the permanent underclass in the United States that everyone is able to step on their way to getting recognition in the United States. Seriously, okay? From the original, European immigrants like the Irish that came here and used the black American caste as a stepping stone to becoming white, up to the Eastern European Jewish people that fled here after the Holocaust and were able to do the same thing, to the non-black POC immigrants that were able to come here to the United States and do the same thing. Well, at least we're not black. To the non-American black immigrants that are able to come to the United States and do the same exact thing. Well, at least we're not black Americans. We're not lazy like those descendants of American chattel slavery. We are the permanent underclass in this country that keeps the gears going. If we ever stop being a permanent underclass in this country, the United States would come to a halt. Like, this is the way that shit works in this country. And it's just, that's what it is. Like, that's what it is. Fake news, fake science, soon to be fake election is actually scary. We're going full fascism. World lover, leave a comment and I'll give you the Discord link. We have to vote for sure, but towing a line just because, nah, I'm not with it. Most descendants of American chattel slavery work government or city jobs. Surrender kind of giving me vibes that we're on the brink of a complete dictatorship or an apocalypse. I mean, I hope it doesn't get to that point. . 'Cause, 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 ' It's really odd to me how people want so much to change but are willing to let Trump stay in office and solidify his control of everything. I think people just feel like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, JP, because you have some people that feel like there are people that really genuinely feel like concerned about what happens if like Joe Biden gets into office as well. Like I just it's just such a it's a bad situation. It's a bad situation. It's a bad situation because like if Joe Biden gets elected and we get Trump out, that would be wonderful cuz like fuck Trump for real. But at the same time like Joe Biden is like not all there. So like who knows what types of decisions he's going to make? Seriously. And then you have Kamala Harris who's like a fucking cop. Like who knows what type of like cop friendly shit she's going to like motherfuckers was just last month talking about defund the police. And now we have a cop vice president pick. Like I really feel like who are like the American public is really it's really it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Kamala is only black when convenient. They also want to use the fact that she went to a HBCU to get votes. Does anybody even know Biden's policies? What the fuck is he even going to do in office? I'm not voting for Jim Crow Joe, said Jersey Devils. All of this is just depressing. Lottery jury duty was the original democratic system in ancient Greece, too. Burn it all down. A Landemorian system. Helen Landemore. I love the stock option. It's funny because the gatekeepers were all never Trump, but now they're talking about not voting blue if there's no black woman VP. I also think that a lot of people like really only care about symbolism and identity politics. And like, you know, like identity politics, you know, like are necessary, but like not just for symbolism. Like people need like, you know, tangible shit. It's true. We should also become a protected class. I think it was in the what somebody said, Tiara said it's probably in the What's Going On live. It's in one of these lives where we discussed it and people were talking about it in the comments. So if you look at the live, you should like see in the comments. Stock options is an awesome idea. Money, property, free education, free access and ownership in companies, businesses, and organizations that benefited from the slave trade. I can't believe Kamala Harris is getting another chance in this thing. I also saw somebody say that. Somebody was like, motherfuckers didn't want her as president, but they want her as vice president. It's just, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I feel like I'm in fucking limbo. The boy in blue. We should also have the right to expatriate at will from this country to one of our choosing without any financial obligations. Hi, Clotilde. Black Lives Matter is a hot politically issue right now. What is Kamala Harris going to say when people question her about refusing to prosecute members of the LAPD? This is what I'm saying. This is why a lot of people are saying they feel like Kamala was not the right choice because we are kind of in an anti-cop moment right now, and she's a cop. I agree with the just vote on policy sentiment, but in conjunction with that, what do y'all think of this? You only get to vote on said policies you prove via test you fully understand, said Ori. I think they will be concerned about that because is that kind of like getting into the literacy tests of old, which is kind of, what's the word? Prejudiced? They're already arguing that Kamala is not a BA and the foreigners are pissed. We are definitely in a political purgatory. I'm just ready for Trump to be gone and this election to be over. I'm tired of it. The news was talking about how this was such a great pick because black women are the foundation of the Democratic Party. Like, we don't even claim her. Anything that Kamala Harris says now in support of Black Lives Matter is going to come off as disingenuous. When I get to the bottom of these comments, I'm going to go, just so y'all know, because my phone's dying. Who does Kamala even cater to? Seems like they just took the most perfect pick for Trump to continue his reign. Yeah, that clip of Kamala Harris saying she won't do anything for Black folks, queen. With all the talk of defund the police, you pick Kamala. Galvanizing the Black millennial vote is a danger for the Democrats. Exactly, like, we're in a whole anti-cop moment right now. I don't know, you guys. I really don't know. Like, people keep asking me, how do I think shit's gonna go? In 2016, I definitely thought Trump was gonna win. Because I was like, you guys are really underestimating the number of, like, white racists and the number of white misogynists that, like, don't like women. And the amount of motherfuckers that really don't fuck with Hillary Clinton. With this one, 2020, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. There, I see your comment, Ori. A semi-light questionnaire evaluating how well you understand what it is you're voting on. I don't like introducing that dynamic because it sounds voter suppression-y. Right, it sounds weird. Like, it sounds like a lot. After Jim Crow, we were second-class citizens. Now we are an underclass, becoming permanent. Hold on. Hold on. I just froze for a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry, somebody text me. I had to text back real quick. Where was I? Hi, Tim. Where was I in the comments? There. Yeah. Immigrants stepping on Black Americans on their way to success is the true story of Hamilton, who's the founding father. It's been that way since the beginning. And people were just talking about how Hamilton is, like, you know, colonizer adjacent, and they don't like it anymore. I see somebody got blocked. I think Black Americans need to ally with Africans and work out our differences later. No. Because our differences, you know, it's not just differences. Black Americans are seen as a permanent underclass. We are a stepping stone. That's not just that's like saying, like, you know, Black Americans and, like, white people should, like, get together and, like, worry about our differences later. It's just like we can't. Like, a fundamental part of our differences is something that matters, you know, in terms of our lives. Like, we can't. That's why they won't give reparations, because if so, Black Americans won't be an underclass anymore and the entire system will collapse. Capitalism needs someone on the bottom, and it's us. Have we not already been in a... Right, that's true. I can hear my neighbor. Black Americans have been more than accommodating to Africans. Let's not. I mean, like, the issue is that we are used as a permanent underclass. So you can't put that type of thing to the side. Like, you can't put that type of thing to the side. You can't put that type of thing to the side. Like I said, it's exactly the same as asking us to, like, ignore white supremacy. Like, why can't we just come together with white people? Like, no. People aren't thinking logically. They're forgetting Biden wrote the crime bill and aided the construction of the prison industrial complex and mass incarceration. If Biden gets elected, Kamala's going to be running the show. What do I think of the logic that it's easier to organize under a GOP admin? I don't think that it's easier to organize per se. I think that before Trump, Democrats felt like, you know how they say that Democrats are like the party of Martha's Vineyard? I feel like Democrats are the party of like rules and like etiquette. And so Democrats feel like, no, we can't just like do whatever we want. We have to like follow the rules, which is also why you have like Democrats that are scared to come right out and say they're going to do anything for Black Americans, because like that's against the rules. That's against the rules. And since right now we have, a president that doesn't give a fuck, I don't want to say like, more things get done, because I don't necessarily think that's the correct framing. Just like I don't necessarily think it's correct to frame it as, easier to organize. They just don't care. Like, so they just do whatever. So a lot of shit gets like pushed. If you guys know what I mean. Kamala is not going to defund the police. Joe Biden has a proven history of being harder on Black Americans to make him look tough in front of the Republicans. Joe Biden is a legitimate threat to Black Americans. This is what I'm saying. Like, the rules say that you have to be tough on those niggas. Like, that's what the rules say. And they're not going to break the rules. So it's like you have one side that says that the rules state that Black Americans, niggas got to be at the bottom. And so you have one side that's like, well, we have to follow the rules, and that's what the rules say. And then you have another side that's just like, fuck the rules, and we hate them niggas too, and Black American. And then you have people on all sides that's like, and who are those Black Americans going to vote for because they decide elections? Like, I feel it's like the upside down for real. Like, everything is messed up. Like, the whole system is broken. It's trash. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. Fuck symbolism. There was just something on MSNBC talking about the Divine Nine rallying behind Kamala like it's their responsibility. They only care about identity politics and symbolism because they have theirs. And again, I feel like this is a repeat of 2016 because this was the exact same thing in 2016. People had a lot of issues, with Hillary Clinton's policies, her actual policies, and nobody came up with anything, nobody came up with anything. The whole campaign was, she's going to be the first woman president. She's going to be the first woman president. That's identity politics. And motherfuckers didn't go for it. Identity politics have for too long been blocking real social change. Tear it all down. People are dying over symbolism. Yeah. We are already borderline living under a dictatorship, in my opinion. It feels like we have no control over anything. I'll be damned if I vote for Joe and Kamala. Kamala literally dropped out before anyone cast a ballot. When Biden and Harris institute another crime bill and war on drugs part 2, I don't want to hear anybody crying. I honestly believe that Biden wanted Amy Klobuchar, but her not prosecuting that racist cop really ruined that. This was a deliberate sabotaging choice. A lot of people seem to think that. For whoever asked, oh yeah, somebody did ask, Biden wants to end and abolish cash bail, capital punishment, mandatory minimum sentences in private prisons. Black men are especially not going to vote for Kamala. Not that it really matters, but Kamala also has a white husband. So I've also seen people saying like they don't fuck with her because they were like, at least even though Barack Obama, was biracial and his black side was Kenyan, he had a black wife, like a Black American wife, Michelle. So I've literally seen people being like, they don't, like, Kamala has a white husband, they're not even with that. Like, I I really don't know. Like 2020 is really a toss up for me right now. Think about the town halls for the election that are going to happen this fall. Yikes, a literal circus. I feel like the rock and a hard place sentiment was expressed for Trump versus Hillary for lots of people, and it caused a lot of unnecessary destruction, and now people are repeating that again. Even in this anti-cop moment, people are still going to go, blue checks are still going to go up for Kamala because they want jobs. Hamilton is a sham, it's revisionist history. They ignored all the slave owning. Right. Ah! Fuck Hamilton. Whew. Just pulled in. We dissing Hamilton today. I don't know what we're doing today. I don't even know what to call this live. I literally sat there for 5 minutes like, what am I gonna call this? And I was just like, you know what? Like, let's just be real. Like, let's just talk some real shit. Cause it's too much. Bye, Alexia. Hi, Sunflower Power. Yeah. I remember Lin-Manuel from his rap segments on the New Electric Company. It was like, what the fuck is this? Serving white rap delivery. No, I would never run for office. I don't believe in politics or something. I don't really believe in elected officials. I feel like it should be a lottery. It should be a lotocracy with like ordinary citizens rotating in and out. Like in Star Wars, how they elected the Queen of Naboo and then it was like somebody else, but it was just like a very like, you know, sort of a random selection. I just have Star Wars on the brain because I just watched it, but I think it should be a lotocracy where people are chosen at random. Like, I really think it should be like jury duty. Like, if you can trust normal private citizens to decide if motherfuckers, you know, are going to go to jail and, you know, get killed, corporal punishment, things like that, it should be the same. I just don't believe in elected politicians and elected officials. I think, number one, like, it's all corrupt. They're all corrupt. And, you know, I'm an anti-capitalist, like, lobbying and being able to pay for, you know, donors, and it costs money to run a campaign, all these things. Like, I think the whole shit is corrupt from the inside out, and it doesn't work on multiple levels. Because like on another level, I don't even think it works because we're just not even the same country that we were, you know, 200 years ago, in the sense of the way that our political system and our bipartisan system works, and the electoral college and voting, you know, all these things. I don't believe in it. I'm an anarchist. So I would not run for office. No, I don't think running for office should be a thing. So, yeah. Stranger Things land for real. Do you think the U.S. would ever give Black Americans land in the same way that they did for Native Americans and let them live their lives in peace? No. I mean, I would want that, but I don't think they would give it to us. I think we would have to take it. I remember like years and years ago, I had a really good friend. Like, we're still cool, but we were like childhood friends. She said she wanted to move to Georgia and buy a whole bunch of land and build a compound, like a commune for like Black people, like Black Americans, you know, like, and I think something like that would have to happen, like unincorporated towns, you know, autonomous communities where we do our own thing. They will only let us live our lives in peace and have our own land if we had money, you know, capital. If we became an economic powerhouse with a militia as well. That's how I feel about that. Nobody knows what Joe's policies are. Moderate Democrats don't win elections. They never do. Obama was seen as progressive. No talk about policy in Kamala's commercials, just flowery words and rhetoric. Y'all know I hate rhetoric so much. But did they let Native Americans even live in peace? Um, People on my timeline are dragging a Jamaican right now for stating people are questioning Harris's blackness. You're right, and it's like I see a lot of Jamaicans celebrating, I see a lot of Indians celebrating. I think that's cool, like that's dope for them. But then when they be like, "Well, why aren't Black Americans celebrating? Like she's African American." Like, no, no, she's not. Um, some of you are willing to accept or orange. I don't think you posed this right. I think you're saying some people are willing to accept Trump again, right? Just a simple question, because you said some of you are willing to accept a orange agent over Trump again, but isn't orange agent Trump? Just a simple question. Babies in cages, blatant racism, etc. I just want to know with what's the plan? Um, I think people are entitled to their feelings, like that this is not, that both of these people suck, like that all of the candidates suck, and that the whole political system sucks. I think people are entitled to those feelings. Like, I think people are entitled to those feelings without bringing up babies in cages and shit. And that's like such a blatant tactic, to me, in my opinion. And motherfucking babies was in cages too under fucking Barack Obama as well, only they were black. They were Black American babies in cages, aka prison, and nobody fucking cared. So, you know, people are entitled to their feelings. Kamala and Pence are debating in my city in October. I might pull up. Queen 2020 equals I do not know. That's why I feel like just checking out, turning off my internet, reading my books and comics, watching my DVDs, flush 2020 down the toilet, because throw it in the trash just doesn't say it. Throw it all away. It's apparently never going to work this way for us. Michelle is the best thing Obama brought to Black America. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. The electoral ain't gonna start the revolution, nor do I think in this lifetime we will have a political person with a black agenda. So I want to know the plan. I mean, I personally think that the people should revolt like the French Revolution and totally dismantle the system. But again, I'm an anarchist. I know that's not for everyone, which is why I'm saying, like, I'm not telling anybody what to do. I think people have to make the decision that's best for themselves. That's just how I feel. People can feel how they want about it. We bashing Hamilton. I'm not on IG and I don't want to go on to see the discourse about this. I thought that it was a lose or lose harder. Now it's lose or lose violently. Right? Like, it's a lose-lose situation. And people are entitled to their feelings about that. And just because people are, you know, having their feelings about that doesn't necessarily mean like they want more of Trump. But it is also a rock and a hard place. I'm not going to say that it's not. Too much nepotism and biases and playing on people's pathos via entertainment. Like, I feel like politics is already over as we knew it, because now you have motherfucking Kanye West talking about he's running for president. You have fucking Kim Kardashian talking about she's going to become a fucking lawyer, civil rights. Like, all this shit is a fucking joke and a fucking circus. So, like, don't fucking try to talk to me like as if it's fucking a serious business. Clearly, anybody can do whatever they want in this fucking climate. And this is exactly what I mean when I say that, like, fucking, you know, the left or Democrats or the establishment or whatever, like, they still think they're playing by these rules. Like, what motherfucking rules? What rules? What rules? What are the rules? Unpopular opinion, he picked Kamala because he knows he's gonna lose. The country should definitely be ran by ordinary, everyday people, by people who want the job because they see a job that needs to be done, not by people who just want the cushy perks that come with the job. Right. Like, if anything, I think we should end our system as we know it, and it should be a litocracy where it's like jury duty, and ordinary people get elected, they serve their time, and then they get out, and then it's somebody else. It's constantly rotating. It's constantly different people. It's never any one person for too long. And then people vote themselves on the individual policies via app or whatever. I don't believe in elected officials. I don't believe in the bipartisan system. I don't believe in the electoral college. Like, I just don't believe in these things. So you trying to talk to me within, like, I don't believe, like, I'm an anti-capitalist. I don't believe in lobbying. I don't believe in running a campaign that you pay money for fucking commercials. That's how fucking Bloomberg got in. The whole shit is corrupt. That's how I feel. So you can't talk to me about, like, within the parameters of these, like, rules. But again, I'm not trying to use my platform to say that everybody has to feel the same way as me or influence y'all to do anything. Y'all have to make decisions for yourselves. But it's like, I know people are gonna want to know, how do I feel? This is how I feel. And I do feel like, motherfuckers is not going up for Black Americans in politics because the politics of this country requires us to be a permanent underclass for the country to run. You feel me? Oh, somebody asked, am I in favor of separatism? Oh, yeah, I'm a separatist, so you must be new here. I think integration was a mistake. So, yeah, I think we need to go live on our own in autonomous communities. Kamala got that hair pressed and two-piece suits to shuck and jive for the voters because Joe got to rest up for the fall. Have your own feelings. Do your own research. Kamala didn't win the presidential candidacy. She was not liked, but now she's going for VP. What is the resolution when everyone sucks? It is a lesser of evil's choice. What we all do if Kamala becomes the president of the United States? That's what I'm saying. Like, some people would be happy. Some people would be depressed. Some people wouldn't care. Again, America is, like, so huge with so many people living in it and such vastly different demographics right now. I just don't know how we can continue electing one person to lead for the foreseeable future, Not even just right now in 2020, but it's only going to get worse. Finding out Kamala was the choice actually took a toll on my mental health. I'm so over this illusion of political choice. Michelle hates politics. That's the gag. Michelle doesn't care enough to run. Hi, Thrift Queen. Oh, somebody said they wanted Michelle Obama to run. Did I miss that? Did I miss that comment? People are definitely entitled to their feelings, but logic is logic, and 1 + 1 is always going to be 2. We've seen what Trump is capable of. We have to ignore everything to think it could get worse. Okay. I mean, I think that's kind of dismissive of Kamala Harris's pro-cop policies that really disproportionately affect Black Americans. Like, Kamala Harris could do a lot of damage as VP, let alone as president. Like, if we're being real, which the title of the motherfucking live is Let's Be Real. The question is, will Biden make the country worse than Trump? That is the question. That is the question. Like, if we're being real, the question is, will Biden make the country worse than Trump? Do you want a 75-year-old actual psychopath, Donald Trump? Like, actual, like, a white supremacist psychopath for real? Or do you want, however old Joe Biden is, 73, 74, however old? Or do you want a 73, 74-year-old dementia-ridden, senile, possible racist rapist with a pro cop VP. Like, what's worse? That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying the question is like, who's gonna fuck us up worse? And then, make your vote. Like, is that how it's supposed to go? Is that how it's supposed to go? Time for another social media break. This has been like my 5th this year. Bootstrap energy. It's a circus. Anyone could be political nowadays. I don't take none of this mess serious. Trump is a game show host. All you need is money and a little influence. We have to dismantle the system. I got the same heart as a Nat Turner. Kick the door in and take the fuck over. For black folks, it's going to be bad, period, no matter who we vote for. The rules are in the trash. Celebrities becoming presidents. Like, please stop. The veil is gone. The government and Republicans been let the rules go. Since Trump won, the rules were broken. My state had the Terminator as our governor, an actual Hollywood actor and action star. I don't even get the point of an electoral college. The point was, the point has always been to avoid a concentration of power in the cities, especially because previously in the United States, the bulk of the population lived in rural areas where it might not necessarily be easy to vote. So that was kind of the point, a checks and balances system. But it's gotten really lopsided because people have figured out how to work the system to their advantage. Oh, if I only campaign really hard in the swing states, and I get enough electoral votes, I'll win regardless how much of the popular vote I get. Like, we need an overhaul. But I'm not sure if that requires a constitutional amendment. One of you guys can help me out? Because constitutional amendments are really hard to get passed. We have to be at the bottom or else the elite make no profit. It's sad. We're the elevator button pushers. Anybody can run in America. I want to go live in the woods, completely isolated from society. Welcome to the dark side. That's really tough. Can't keep making. That's tough. Without reparations, do you see any other way that BAs would be able to amass mass capital? We do need reparations. We need them. I would like to think that we would be able to build up via Black-owned businesses, but it is true that so much has been wiped out with this pandemic, and we're not even being prioritized for help, which again, the rules say that that's unacceptable, The rules can say that it's fine to be we're going to prioritize immigrants and we're going to have an immigrant loan, but you can never say we're going to prioritize Black Americans, descendants of American chattel slavery. That just won't happen. And it's because of the underlying framework of our country. This is what people really don't understand when we're having this conversation. They just don't understand the context. The underlying framework of our country that says that, Black Americans are lazy, that we don't want to work, that we don't want to do this, that we don't want to do that. And so we shouldn't get anything because we're lazy and it's a handout and we're welfare queens. All these things contribute to the overarching ideals and ideology of our country, right along with manifest destiny and American exceptionalism. These things are the backbone. They are the backbone of the way that our politics run, our economy, our schooling, everything. Everything. And y'all know I've been saying this since day one on this channel. Democratic socialism is all right. It's cool. Hi, Owen. Yeah, America's huge. It's huge. Unfortunately, you don't get into the elite levels of American politics without upholding white supremacy, without upholding these rules. There are rules, There's rules. There's no such thing as a lesser evil. Evil is evil, said Rose Revels. Why does Kamala becoming the VP pick feel like the biggest gaslighting? hella dismissive of the nearly 30 years of damage that Biden has done. Biden has been in politics for over 40 years. What has he done? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, don't just like go off the identity politics or the talking points or the things that you hear us say on YouTube, the things that your favorite blogger said. You know, like really look into these people's policies. Okay, I'm so serious for all of y'all watching. Really make an educated decision for yourself. Seriously. Oh my God, Joe Biden is like 78. I'm tired. See, I didn't even think he was that old. Kamala even named herself top cop. Please try to be active in your community to implement policies that are responsive to the needs within your community as well. I've seen a lot of people saying, yes, like be more active in your communities locally. What are we even going to do after Biden or after Trump gets elected again? Either or, then what? This is literally the same shit we were facing in 2016. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. It's like, do you want to die from a headshot or a stomach shot? Take your pick. You might survive one. Yes, that is the situation. It's shitty, but that's where we're at. I would like to be able to hug folks again. Never Trump. Yikes. Hi. Trump is nuclear waste. Biden is garbage. Like I said, I kind of feel slightly sociopathic about this election. Just like I kind of felt slightly sociopathic in 2016, which is why I try to avoid doing these type of videos, because I don't believe in the system as a whole. I really don't. I truly, like, in my gut, I don't believe in the system. So while I fully understand the, never Trump, and I think that is 100%, like, it totally makes sense. Like, I don't think that's wrong. I think, like, that's correct. But I'm not with people acting like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris can't also do damage to this country, because they totally can, especially to Black Americans. Like, they can. That's what I'm saying. People really need to look into everybody's policies. Like, seriously. In 20 years, people who are Instagram influencers and TikTok stars will be running for president. The point of the Electoral College was to protect minority interests from bullying by the majority. And now it's the reverse. The point was slavery. Yes, slavery also played a part. Slavery also played a part in the Electoral College as well, because you had rural slaveholders that felt like they did not want to be bullied by those newfangled motherfuckers that didn't believe in slavery. Yes, absolutely. And those people primarily lived in cities. So they were like, we not about to be bullied by them, so we also need a little clause. Everything is already built on motherfucking slavery. It does require an amendment to the Constitution. I thought so, Hitflix. Ronald Reagan was a whole actor as well. I feel like the next actor to run for something will be Terry Crews. He seems like a good puppet for both parties, in my opinion. Blood will be spilled either way. Not even prioritized is wild. Like, I'm over it. I see you, Deb. And I have respect for your opinion. Black Americans have been designated the bottom class, period. We need our reparations. Bezos made $11 billion tax-free in 2018, but we're the welfare queens. Black Americans are meant to be the non-examples for everyone. I think we should start trying to build autonomous communities, but we probably wouldn't be able to maintain them without those reparations. Yeah, the Electoral College is in the Constitution, so it will require an amendment to change. But you could change how they're counted without an amendment, which is why I think proportional electors would be better. Do your fucking research. Don't be spoon-fed. By 2028, there will be a Kanye Terry Crews duo. Like, whoever said it, I think it was JP. Somebody said, like, even past this current election, like, what is the next one and the next one, you know? Like, what direction are we headed? This is what I'm saying, you know, like, this feels like a repeat of 2016 in a lot of ways. And so it's like, are we going to be here again in 2020? Are we going to be here again in 2024? Like, where are we going? Where are we going? There's multiple videos with Kamala saying she's a top cop. These people also don't have an excuse for not electing Bernie because the main complaint was he was too old. Definitely a 2016 rerun. This man should be choosing his coffin, not running for office. At least Elizabeth Warren brought economic plans specifically for Black Americans. I cannot believe the Black Boule really pushed Harris to vice president by exploiting Black women's voting history. Right. And I also think, Xavier, smart, I also think people really need to talk about the fact that there are a lot of people that like Kamala Harris for the same reasons why they liked Rachel Dolezal, right? Like, she went to all the right schools. And I fuck with Howard, you know, HU, no shade. But she went to all the right schools and she knows all the right people. And, you know, she had the salt and pepper haircut back in the day. And she's an AKA, you know, like, she's their sore, you know, like, you know, they like her for all the wrong reasons. Let me not say wrong reasons, but, you know, they like her for certain reasons. And then when we say, well, let's talk about, you know, what are going to be some policies that are put in place that's going to help us. Which, isn't that supposed to be the whole concept of politics? Motherfuckers don't want to hear that. Which sucks. But at the same time, I understand why. Because I understand, too, people being like, they don't give a fuck because they just want Trump out of here. You know? Like, it's such a shitty situation. In the Midwest and South, there are towns that are being abandoned. BA should go to these small, empty towns and rebuild them to create our own places. Headshot or gunshot is a great morbid analogy. We need a better long-term game. I believe we need to put a lot of work on the ground local to change public consciousness and get local people voted to state senate, school boards, etc. I didn't mind Lizzie Warren. I believe Marianne Williamson was also in favor of reparations as well. That's a good way to put it, sociopathic. Kamala's going to lock up parents for not sending their kids to school in a pandemic. I like her blazers. Great, you know, Kamala, great gowns, beautiful gowns. Hi, Lisa. TikTok star should be president. Some of us have actually followed these people for years. We know them and their policies. We are hesitant about voting for them. It isn't just us being stubborn. I wish people would respect that. Slavery played a huge part in electoral college, the 3/5 compromise. Is that Smiley? Thank you, Smiley. Super chat. It all makes your stomach churn. It does. Like, I literally laid in bed because I was just like, I was literally laying before I went live, when I was thinking about going live, I was literally laying in bed like this for 45 minutes. Just like, what are we doing? Deb, leave a comment. If you want a Discord link, leave a comment. Who said that? TikTok IG influencer president comment, curse sentence, don't even joke. This country is really turning into Panem. I honestly hate it here. Sunflower power. Wasn't Terry Crews in Idiocracy? Panem, but actually you are right. Oh man, you did? Level 3 lockdown in New Zealand. Damn. Not that I want influencers to be politicians or presidents, but at this point the bar is on the floor. The ocean floor. Give me like 15 years, I might run for president. This whole shit is very much giving me motherfucking Waldo and Black Mirror. When motherfuckers elected a goddamn fucking blue cartoon because they thought the motherfucker was fucking funny. Like, you know, motherfuckers gonna elect Cardi B to president in 10 years. Keep playing. Keep playing. Keep playing. And they're gonna be like, whoa, women's empowerment. Oh my God, President Kylie Jenner. You guys. I'm going to have a drink after we end this live. I'm going to have to seriously, like, the drinks are going to have to come out. Hi, Max Data. I feel like we are in a reboot right now. Somebody going AKA squeak at one of the town hall debates. Those exceptional reasons are why they like her. Kamala. Identity policies are what got AOC elected. Yay, AOC. She's a bartender from the Bronx. What are her policies, though? I love the idea of taking over abandoned towns, creating our own safe spaces. Man, I was enjoying Marianne, too. Marianne was all right. Marianne Williamson is very serious about reparations. Like I said, and she broke the rules, right? And so they got her ass out of here. Because those are the rules. Like, there's certain rules, okay? Beautiful gowns. We need Aretha. There you are, Smiley. I see your super chat. I will never forget when Shade Room tried to make excuses for Rachel Dolezal. A lot of people did. A lot of people did. Y'all remember I made a whole series of rant videos, like 5 of them. I was like, y'all really trying to excuse Rachel Dolezal. Talk about some, well, she went to an HBCU. And, you know, she works for the NAACP. Like, she's done more than a bunch of niggas. Like, why can't she be honorary black? Like, because she's not black. Like, what do you mean? I think black folks will get scared and support Biden Harris because they don't want any retaliation. Lizzie Warren, blazers, sis got every color. The loans are hard to get, even for buildings. I love the idea for autonomous city-states, but there are definitely still racist barriers blocking the way. That's why that's why we're trying to push so hard for reparations. Like, if we had the funds, serious funds, and not only funds, which is why I really liked when we had, maybe I'll do another video about like, you know, where I pose the question so that we can like have a video dedicated solely to that of like, what do people think should be reparations? But $100K to start, land, free education, no debt, and stock in companies that benefited from slavery will be a very nice start for getting rid of some of those institutionalized roadblocks. A very nice start. But we can't even talk about it seriously because it goes against the rules, the unspoken rules of Black Americans are a permanent underclass in this country. Kamala said out her mouth that she's not going to do nothing for black folks. Y'all could have it. Stop, because that Black Mirror episode was a little too real. It was. I'm not kidding. Owen, no, don't put that in the universe. I'm just saying. I need bleach for my brain. Please don't manifest that. I could already see it. We might as well have Cardi. It's gonna be Cardi and Kylie Jenner. Cardi's gonna be the president and Kylie's gonna be the VP. 2028. Terry Crews was the idiot president in Idiocracy. I just want the whole system in flames. Surface reasons are the people that like Kamala. They like her just for surface reasons. Armenian women representation. Y'all putting this out in the universe. I'm gonna need y'all to stop. Okay. No more. Get the rule breakers out of here. It was too much. It was too much. The world for me began crumbling in 2006 and said deuces in 2012. Hi, Olivia. It's too much, Smiley. Oh, yeah, it was your birthday, Real Trini. Happy birthday. And Ori, too. And Viola Davis. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Goat. Simmer. 2012 onwards, we're just spiraling through the rings of hell on repeat. Rachel Dolezal reminded black people of their white elementary school teacher that understood them. We need at least 20 trillion for slavery and Jim Crow. The system is set up that you can't buy empty lots and refurbish them without free-flowing capital, and they won't give black people loans. You guys remember I told you I did that urban agriculture program, and one time they had these like two white dudes come in from the bank as like guest speakers, and they were talking all about getting loans because like to start a farm, even like an urban farm, most of the time you need at least 6 figures of capital. Most farmers are in debt at least 6 figures because they've secured loans from either from the government or from the FDA, from Big Agra, from the banks to start, to get the equipment, to buy the seeds, to buy the land, the property, all this, right? So these two white dudes come in to like give us a talk because we're in this program, urban agriculture program, in DC, in the DC, Southern Maryland and Virginia area. I'm sitting there, you know, University of Maryland, I'm sitting there, and they're talking about securing loans. And one of the other fucking black girls in the program, she raised her hand and she's like, but you know, like black people and like, you know, like black Americans, we're not going to get approved for those type of loans. Like historically, like we don't get approved for those type of loans. So how are we supposed, you know, to open a farm or, you know, start something in our communities if we don't have access to that type of capital? They was standing there looking stuck on stupid, start stuttering. They didn't have no answer. So, you know, like, and you guys know, like, I fully support black-owned businesses as a start, but we're being hit so hard right now by COVID. We can't even get people to say, you know, they're going to do something for black Americans specifically for these loans. Like, they're motherfucking against reparations. Like, you know, I don't know. I'm being real. I'm being real with y'all. Reparations are beginning to gain traction now with some cities granting them, so I'm not sure about them being unfeasible. President Cardi, VP Kylie, and Billie Eilish as Secretary of State. Folk think it's a game till they run out of extra lives. Reparations, land, money, free education, allocated. Ooh, that's a good one, Lisa. Allocated seats in the Senate. That's a good one. Happy birthday, Annalise Keating. I do feel like someone got in a time machine and fucked up the timeline. We got an alternate universe as a result. Oh, I see, Tim, you blocked somebody. You got your block in. Lots of black businesses going under. We're getting hit on all sides. It's hilarious how the respectability crew will say the things we want are unrealistic. I'm about to end. I just got to the bottom, but normally Ori, oh, there you go right there, Ori. Normally Ori has the rules. So I'm going to wait for Ori to post the rules and then I'll end so the rules will be the last thing in the chat so everybody can see it. And I have really good mods that will block your ass, just for anybody that knows. And the majority of my mods have like been around for a real long time. Like, they will not play. They will block the shit out of you. Like, and then we'll go. I'm just waiting for the rules to get posted. Because we do have rules. We do have rules. I stand Ori's rule post. Hi, Shalise. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm going back to watch One Piece. This has been depressing. Let's do it again soon. We'll do it again Thursday. You know, I'll be back Thursday. I'm definitely still going to go live Thursday. I just went live today because I felt like I had to. I thought about filming a pre-recorded video on it, but I didn't even really know what to say. Like I said, it's been really hard to do pre-recorded videos during the pandemic because everything changes so fast. I just been, going live. Maybe Ori can't find the rules. Oh, I didn't see him. I'm going to end and Ori post them in the comments. All right. So I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.